Hi everyone, I'm Marina Goncharenko, and today I'm going to give you a tour of Chicago, the Windy City. Chicago is the third largest city in the United States, with a population of 2.7 million people. Chicago also has the third largest metropolitan area in the United States, with almost 10 million residents. Chicago is most significant for pioneering modern architecture. 140 years ago, in 1885, Chicago became the home of the world's first skyscraper, the Home Insurance Building. It was a 10-story building and the first to use a metal frame as its primary support. Up till then, buildings relied solely on traditional load-bearing masonry walls. The building is no more and was replaced with a bigger one. The Rockery Building is the oldest high-rise in Chicago, still standing today. Chicago's growth into a major city stemmed from its strategic location. Chicago's position on the southern tip of Lake Michigan, near the mouth of the Chicago River, made it a natural point for trade and transportation. The Chicago River runs right through the middle of downtown. In 1900, Chicago successfully completed the largest earth-moving project ever. They reversed the flow of the Chicago River. They did this so that it would empty into the Mississippi River rather than into Lake Michigan. It was created to divert sewage away from Lake Michigan's freshwater supply to the city. It's the only river in the world that permanently flows backwards. Chicago has more movable bridges than any other city in the world. The river was used to transport goods all over the country. Today, the river is mostly used for different excursions and tours. Each year, the Chicago River is dyed green to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Chicago also became known as the United States Railroad Capital. There are more major railroads serving Chicago than any other place in America. It has over 1,300 trains that carry passengers and goods to and from the city daily. Instead of the subway, it's called the L train, since the entire system is elevated. The train makes a loop through the central business district, giving downtown its name, the Loop. The Loop is the heart of Chicago. It is the main business and finance district, with many large companies and financial institutions located here. It is the second largest business district in the United States, after Midtown Manhattan. Like Midtown, it's also a very heavy entertainment district, with many shopping and dining options. The Loop also has a strong theater district, with 5 theaters bringing Broadway performances. The most famous of these is the Chicago Theater. The most dominant attraction in the Loop is Willis Tower, formerly known as Sears Tower. This 110-story building, completed 52 years ago, was the tallest building in the world for 25 years. It stands at 1,451 feet and is still the third tallest building in America. The 103rd floor is the highest public observation deck in the United States. The deck features the ledge, unique glass balconies protruding out of the building, for those who need more adrenaline rush in their lives. On a clear day, visitors can see 4 states from the sky deck: Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, and Michigan. In 2009, the world's tallest building, designed by a female architect, was added to the Chicago skyline. The Aqua Tower is 82 stories of art designed by Jean Gang. It's a beautiful building that serves as a hotel for the first 18 stories and different residences on the upper floors. Jean Gang and her gang studio didn't stop there. 11 years later, in 2020, we had the completion of the St. Regis Chicago. It stands at 1,191 feet tall. The building is a mixed-use skyscraper with luxury apartments and a hotel. This is the third tallest building in Chicago and among the tallest in the United States. This is another icon in the Chicago skyline and is currently the tallest building in the world designed by a female. A big part of the Loop is the front yard, a large public space on the city's lakefront. Grant Park spans 319 acres. It's a major gathering place for large events. The centerpiece of Grant Park is the Buckingham Fountain. It is one of the largest fountains in the world. It shoots water about 150 feet in the air. The fountain is famous for its evening light and music shows. It plays about 15 minutes on the hour. The most popular attraction in the front yard is in Millennium Park. It's called Cloud Gate, a mirrored bean-shaped sculpture that most refer to as the Bean. This is the most photographed location in the city. Its mirror finish distorts the city skyline and park, creating unique photo opportunities. Inspired by liquid mercury, the 110-ton structure is made of 168 stainless steel plates welded together seamlessly. There is a cafe and restaurant near the Bean, and it's one of the most popular places to hang out. Near the Bean, we have Crown Fountains. It features two 50-foot glass towers showing videos of different Chicago residents. It's a fancy interactive splash pad with artistic elements. One block away from Crown Fountains is another incredible sight to see. Located inside the Chicago Cultural Center, the Preston Bradley Hall has the largest Tiffany Dome in the world, made from about 30,000 pieces of glass. The dome was originally part of the Chicago Public Library and was restored in 2008. On the east side of the Bean is J. Pritzker Pavilion. Its amphitheater has 4,000 fixed seats and can fit an additional 7,000 on the Great Lawn, making it great for large-scale events. There is a free music festival in the summer and a film festival where they show free movies on Tuesdays in July and August. South of the pavilion is the Laurie Garden. It's 2.5 acres of beautiful art and flowers with the skyline in the background. Further south is the Art Institute of Chicago. It's a world-renowned art museum housing over 300,000 pieces of art. There are all sorts of ball fields, pickleball courts, and playgrounds throughout Grant Park. South of Grant Park is Museum Campus. Located along the lake shore, there are many attractions here. The Field Museum, a natural history museum, has a large collection and many exhibits on cultures and science. Next to it is the Shed Aquarium. It houses over 32,000 animals, one of the most famous being the beluga whale. The Adler Planetarium opened 95 years ago in 1930. This was the first planetarium in the Western Hemisphere. It also has some of the most beautiful skyline views of the city. South of the planetarium is the 12th Street Beach, one of the more intimate and relaxing beaches along the lake. Next to the beach is the Huntington Bank Pavilion. It's a large outdoor amphitheater surrounded by water, offering unobstructed views of the Chicago skyline. It has one of the most beautiful backdrops for concerts. Across the marina is Soldier Field, home to the Chicago Bears football team. It's the oldest stadium in the NFL and a Chicago landmark. In 2003, renovations modernized the stadium while preserving its historic character. It's also the smallest stadium in the NFL for seating capacity. If you ever hear the term the 85 Bears, it refers to the team of 1985. They had one of the most dominant defenses and went on to win their first and only Super Bowl. South of Soldier Field, we have McCormick Place, the largest convention center in North America, with 2.6 million square feet of space. Chicago is one of the top 3 cities in America for hosting conventions. West of the McCormick Center, we have Chinatown, an immersive experience and thriving neighborhood in Chicago. South Wentworth Avenue is the main street and is lined with many restaurants and shops. It has a blend of traditional Chinese architecture with a modern American design. The design of the gate was inspired by a Beijing gate. It serves as a symbolic entrance and a vibrant landmark for the city's Chinatown neighborhood. One block from the gate, we have Chinatown Square, a 2-story outdoor mall that serves as a hub for Chinese culture and commerce. Six miles south is another iconic neighborhood of Hyde Park. It's most notable for being the former home of Barack Obama. It's also home to the University of Chicago. It has a beautiful campus with many Gothic architecture buildings. "83 years ago, in 1942, Nobel Prize winner Enrico Fermi was the first in the world to conduct a self-sustaining, controlled nuclear chain reaction. It took place here at the University of Chicago under the old football field stands. This breakthrough was a crucial step in harnessing nuclear energy, marking the beginning of the nuclear age. 132 years ago, In 1893, Providence Hospital became the first hospital in the country to perform a successful open heart surgery, Dr. Daniel Hale Williams being the one to perform it. Along the lake, we have Jackson Park. It's a 543-acre park designed by the same designers as Central Park in New York City. On the north side of the park, we have the Griffin Museum of Science, one of the largest science museums in the world. There are 3 beaches here and 3 boat harbors. Chicago's lakefront is public and protected, offering 18+ miles of trails. There is a designated bike path and a separate jogging trail. It's just short of the marathon's length. There are 24 public beaches across 26 miles of the waterfront. Boating is also a big part of Lake Michigan, with 10 harbors having over 6,000 spots for boats. One of the most popular attractions along the lakefront is the Navy Pier. It's a 3,300 feet long pier, another major gathering spot. At the end of the pier is an auditorium. There is a hotel, many restaurants, and a children's museum. The Ferris wheel was invented and showcased in Chicago 132 years ago. The first Ferris wheel made its debut at the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition here in Chicago. This 200-foot Ferris wheel is here in honor of the original. The fascination with Ferris wheels spread all over the world. They have become icons and landmarks, transforming skylines in some of the biggest cities around the globe. The Navy Pier is open all year round, even through the winter months. The Navy Pier sits just north of the riverfront. The riverfront is also a popular area to stroll. It's 1.25 miles long and runs on the south bank of the Chicago River. It offers a unique perspective of the city's architecture and vibrant atmosphere. It stretches from Lake Michigan to Lake Street. There are several restaurants, cafes, and bars along the Riverwalk. A great place for dining and enjoying the atmosphere. It has distinct areas like the Jetty, the Cove, and Marina Plaza, each offering a unique experience. Marina City Towers, nicknamed the Corn Cobs, were a groundbreaking project. They were among the first large-scale mixed-use residential complexes in the United States. They helped spark a residential boom in urban centers. Its innovative use of a reinforced concrete allowed its unique forms. 62 years ago, when built, it was the tallest residential building in the world. Another staple along the river is the Trump Hotel and Residences. It's the second tallest building in Chicago and the 7th tallest in the U.S. Right in front of the Trump Hotel is the most prominent and iconic bridge on the Chicago riverfront, the DuSable Bridge, also known as the Michigan Avenue Bridge. The bridge has walkways on both sides, making it a popular spot for walking and sightseeing. On the north side of the bridge is Magnificent Mile, an upscale shopping, dining, and entertainment district. There are over 460 stores with some of the most high-end retailers. Here's a quick tour. There are a few shopping malls like the Water Tower Place. Across the road from the Water Tower Place is 875 North Michigan Avenue, formerly known as the John Hancock Building. It's a mixed-use building combining residential apartments, commercial office space, and retail outlets. The 94th floor observatory offers panoramic views of the city and Lake Michigan. It's another striking building in the Chicago skyline. North of the Magnificent Mile is the Gold Coast. This is the most expensive neighborhood in Chicago. There are many popular restaurants here. Chicago has a very strong culinary scene with a big impact on food. It's the birthplace of deep dish pizza. The Chicago deep dish pizza is reversed. It starts with sliced mozzarella cheese on the crust, followed by toppings, sausage being the classic. Lastly, there is a thick, chunky tomato sauce on top. Something else as popular is the Chicago-style hot dog, an all-beef hot dog nestled in a poppy seed bun. The classic combination includes yellow mustard, bright green sweet relish, chopped onions, tomato wedges, a dill pickle, 4 peppers, and a dash of celery salt. North of the Gold Coast, we have Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park is the largest park in Chicago. In the middle of Lincoln Park, we have the Lincoln Park Zoo. It is one of the oldest zoos in North America and consistently ranked among the best. It also has free admission. It was featured in the classic movie Baby's Day Out. If you have kids, I'm sure you have seen it. Here's a quick highlight of the zoo. There is a nature boardwalk around the South Lake. This is a beautiful area to stroll. On the shore, we have North Avenue Beach, one of the most popular beaches in Chicago. South of Lincoln Park is Old Town. It is home to The Second City, a comedy club that has served as a starting point for countless comedians, actors, and directors, the most famous being Tina Fey and Steve Carell. On the north side of Lincoln Park, we have Montrose Beach, the largest public beach in Chicago. Just north of here is the end of the 18-mile-long Lakefront Trail. This area is also home to Wrigley Field. It opened in 1914 and is the second oldest ballpark in Major League Baseball after Fenway Park in Boston. It's home to the Chicago Cubs. Its manually operated scoreboard is one of the many unique 3 miles west of downtown is the United Center, home to the Chicago Bulls, the most dominant basketball team of the 90s, led by Michael Jordan, the most famous basketball player in history, recognized all over the world. United Center is also home to the Chicago Blackhawks hockey team. Historic Route 66 begins here in Chicago. Route 66 was one of the first highways to connect Midwest to the Pacific coast. It became a symbol of the American road trip, embodying the spirit of freedom and adventure. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this tour of Chicago, the unique city that's influence has been felt around the world.